Okay, can we start? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was some technical issue at my end, so it has been resolved now. So let us start today, and you can share my screen. Yes. So we are in the almost end part of our programming, that is a MATLAB program, and we have discussed thoroughly the MATLAB functions, inline function, then evaluation function, then user-defined function, along with conditional statement, switch case statement, loops, nested loop, break, and continuous statement. Only last point is polynomial operations to be discussed. So to begin with this, here we have seen that if the switch flag matches with the case value, the block of 1 will be computed. If it is false, this case along with the block will be skipped and the case value 2 will be executed if it matches with the flag value or the expression. It is similar to your C programming. Otherwise, by default, last block of the computer, block or statement, or otherwise by default, it will be executed, and then that is the end. So here flag value may be expression, flag value may be true or false, flag value may be 1 or 0. So depending upon the matching expression or matching the case value, this can be discussed. So the color was the input and S was the color input, and we will switch to uh, the colors starts with S. So since there is no S matching here, otherwise there will be error. So all the cases will be jumped to otherwise. So this will be skipped. All the cases will be skipped by the control of the flow of the control of the program, and it will come to the otherwise, and error will be printed and generated, invalid choice of the color, and that will be it. Same is the case for break. Break is an intentional break. Instead of going repeatedly back into the while loop or do while loop or a for loop or if else loop, that loop can be terminated, and the execution of the loop, uh, though the condition is valid or true or satisfactory, even if the condition of for execution of the loop is broken, and uh, that is called intentional break. And therefore break, I think last year there was a question, when continue continue is intentional continue in spite of condition is true or false, and break is intentional break in spite of the condition is true or false, can be used. So it is assumed to be that variable is used in the codes below are predefined, and it can be broken or it can be successfully continued. A couple of examples are there. For loop similar to for loop in C programming, but only thing the syntax is different. There is no parenthesis involved here while writing for loop. For I is equal to 1, 1 to length v is some vector you have generated earlier in the program, and if I value varies from 1 to that last value in the vector generated argument list. If vi is less than 0, then it will break the loop intentionally. So soon after this condition is true, it will break the loop and it will end. And it will calculate A is equal to A plus VI, do some computation, and it will end. So this end has to be there corresponding to this for. Similarly, the another example, can you hear me, all of you? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's no issue of uh, getting voice and just कपड़े घेऊन जा रे. Second example is, say for instance some expression is there, you are in between program, x is equal to e raised to square root of 163. So while one when condition is true and you can input, so this is a user defined input, will be assigned with the input is a function, this is the input function, enter just like output function and input function which we have discussed in the function file. Here is the general purpose function. You can enter the maximum number of iterations, say 10. Say if n is say less than or equal to 0, so long as it is true, 10 is not equal less than or equal to 10, 0, you have to break it. So break termination of loop will take place here is an intentional break in the program, though the condition is true or false. Say 1, say number of inputs, say 0 even. In that case also it is going to break. So this is the break depend upon the validity or invalidity. 99% invalidity. So it is invalid. So is end of this. But another for loop is there after while. This is end for this while and here. So in loop structure, you must have observed in C programming that there has to be a starting curly brace and end curly brace was essentially start of the loop and end of the loop. Here, for is the beginning and end is the end of the loop. So without end, your MATLAB program cannot be completed for that particular inner loop or maybe outer loop or any number of loops that matches with the number of loop. So this while corresponds to this end and this for corresponds to this end, whereas this end is corresponds to the overall end. I think this is for this end is for this, and this is the end of the overall end of the program. So in this program, if the loops are tested and nested, then break termination only that innermost loop. So this is the innermost loop here. 1 to n x is this. So do some computation. So this is broken, but here this will be calculated. So this is the innermost loop. Error. The command error message can be generated inside the function or the in the script file, which will abort the execution and it will display the error message and return the control to the keyboard. So here is the title, say function C is equal to cross product of A dot B, two variables A, B. This corresponds to the calculate the cross product of A, B. If n argument say is say input argument is this is equal to or not equal to or other whatever is equal to this parameter. So sorry, this error will be printed there. Sorry, need two input vectors. You have just given one vector, so this will not generate. Yunus, तिथं खुर्ची टाकून बस बरं, तिथेच थांब बस, तिथं बस. पहिल्यांदा लेक्चरला लोक येतात जातात चौकशी करतात, मला काय उपयोग आहे तुमचा? मग तिकडे आवाज चालू आहे, इकडे आवाज चालू आहे, गावभर फिरत बसतात लोक. If length A is equal to 2, then begin the calculation, end of the loop, and then return. So error can be generated as and when it is required in the loop. So this is one more additional feature that one should incorporate while writing script file program, function file program, or a general program, or whatever the commands you are generating through the MATLAB program. So a master in MATLAB should have the knowledge of this small but basic syntax and the commands. The return command, you can return the value out to the function. See, the command return simply returns the control to the invoking function. Basically, say this is, say for instance, this is the function, say animator bar is some function having three arguments, t0, tf, so 0 time, final time, and x0. So it animates the bar pendulum. So animate bar. So this is a title and this is a function called display. If you want to display, do you want to see the phase of portrait of the program? The answer is yes. Then the input enter 1 if it is yes and 0 if no. So this basically this message will be displayed on the screen, and if the answer is 0, if the input will be 0, and if the answer is 1, the input will be 1, and then you have to return back to the function. So this is the function main here. So depending upon your input coded by the user through the keyboard, the answer will be generated. If this is false, this will go to the else and it will plot x, show the phase of the plot, and this is the end of the program. Now, besides this small solve function, there is an interactive type of input function that is named as the command input from the keyboard, and you can generate the menu and you can pause the menu. That can be used especially in the malls and stalls where they are generating, they are generating the bill of your commodities which you have purchased through the mall or from the shop, or maybe automatic machines that can be used inside a script or the function file for interactive user input. So interactive input is basically a command which is called input, and whatever input you wanted to code or want to generate on a screen. So n is a variable, input is to be written must, syntax, and that we have already seen in chapter 2. Largest square matrix size, you can prompt the user to the input on the size of the largest square matrix, say 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, or n by n, and that will be saved as an input in n. More is equal to input, more simulation, yes or no, this kind of generate, this kind of messages can be also generated. S prompts to the user, y is equal to yes and n is equal to no. And if you want to store input in a string is more, so you can use more simulation, yes. This command directs the MATLAB to save the user input as a string, say Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce and so on, that's more. Yeah, besides yes and no. So this S will be a string. So this is a chain of characters. Basically, a user want to input, that makes the program user friendly, and it's an interactive program in MATLAB. So you can use this kind of input as and when they are required in your interactive user friendly program in MATLAB. That what we just enter the size of matrix, enter the size of enter the number, like that what we have done in case of C program. Keypad, keyboard, this is also one command that can be incorporated inside the script of or a function file or a script file or a general the application oriented program. File returns control to the keyboard at the point where the command occurs. So wherever you write the keyboard, the command window prompts changes to say K to show the special status. So the control is returned to the function by typing the word return of this, just like a return. This will prompt you to say some command. Say for example, I can validate this through the some example. In some computation, you may like to check some intermediate results. Say plot them and see if the computation is headed or not in the right direction, and then left the execution and continue. Say for example, example keyboard, a script file is written for the example keyboard command. A is equal to, say we want to generate 10 by 10 matrix of ones, so unity matrix 10 by 10 in a stored, then it will generate 1 to 10 number, it will display the I value, and then here you see A colon comma I, that is a is equal to I into 1 into colon comma I. It will replaces the ith column of A matrix, ith column. So this is what with the 1 1 only. So if I is equal to 5, that is a fifth row, sorry, column, then keyboard command, when you hit the return command or sorry, hit the this command keyboard without any punctuation or without any what you call semicolon or colon, that is to be noted, it will return the control to the keyboard. That means it will allow you to go back to the fresh entry from the keyboard. So this is a keyboard command essentially. So this is the end of your for loop. Irrespective of this, you want to make 10 by 10 matrix to display values of 1, and in the especially I value is equal to 5, fifth column, nothing is going to take place here, and keyboard will take you back to the new entry or use a fresh data entry. And this is the end. So this is the end of the main program. This is if correspond to this end, and this end correspond to this for. So during this execution of the script file, so when you are saved as a example keyboard.m, the control is returned to the keyboard when the value of counter I reaches 5. So you can see here I is equal to 5. When I becomes 5 here, that keyboard hits I is 5, so it will not go back, say, and it will keyboard will tell you that now the execution of the keyboard resumes after the control is returned to the script file by typing return on the special prompt key. So this will be the new prompt generated. Then this is a menu command. Menu command is essentially the menu, single quote menu name, comma, optional 1, comma, optional 2, comma, and so on. You can create on screen the menu. Say for instance, if you are visiting a non-veg hotel or a hotel restaurant or a mall, then the menu display will be listed on the screen with several options in the menu. And if you remember last time in the C programming, we were generated a menu of purchase of soaps and number of soaps in quantity along with the rate and the bill was generated. So this is, let us expand it in more flat manner so that the user can select any option using mouse or keyboard depending upon, say, for instance, if you are visiting a mall, then if you are purchasing, say, nuggets, if you are purchasing chicken, if you are purchasing fruit, if you are purchasing, say, soaps or say grocery items and so on and so forth, depending upon your mouse clicking and entry, or maybe nowadays you have a laser scanner printers are there, laser scanners, and then thereafter a printer is connected with that, that they will does the job of number of grocery item or whatever the items you purchased through the mall, and then they will be implemented, and the command on the, say, whatever the computer you are using, Macintosh or simple PC or a laptop or a notepad, that will be created, and a nice window menu with all button is provided with the touch screen on your screen, and they can give you kind of guilds or menu. But here I am considering one example. Say, for example, this is something like a interactive graphics, plotting a circle. Suppose I want to plot a circle. How to draw circle? You know, you must have seen that circle equation is x square plus y square is equal to r square. So x and y are the coordinate. R square, r is the radius, and therefore essentially this is the mathematical expression we want to implement in the MATLAB. So you have to plot a circle. So first of all, you have to input the desired radius. So r is a radius. So input is my interactive function through which I can enter the desired radius when it is displayed on my screen. When I read this statement, enter the radius of the screen for a layman, then you know the radius of is no of radius in terms of theta and phi. So you want to generate the angle from 0 to 2 pi, in 0 to 360 degree, and the number of points need to be generated to joining the number of points will determine the circle. And therefore parametric equation is very much equation is theta, which is the sine and cosine theta, perhaps as the what you call azimuth angle and the what you call the base angle. So that sine and cosine theta requires, in terms of theta, we will linearly specifying in 100 points. So linear space from 0 to 2 pi. 2 pi means 360. So we are completing the circle from angle 0 with x-axis to 360. After even 360, 359, even that the circle cannot be completed. But 2 into pi means 360. So pi is 180, 180 into 2 is 160, 180 into 2 is 360. 0 to 360 means 2 pi, comma 100 means 100 points will be considered for a vector, a linear space vector will be created for theta. Then r will be calculated, r is equal to 1 size of theta. Means once means it makes the r the same size of theta because radius has to be same. And therefore once is unity vector, the all the vector, all the size is an built-in function. Theta will be considered to be unity, one same, radius is same, that we already discussed. So r into one size of theta will make the r coordinate same instead of whatever the angle. And the coordinates menu, menu is the command which we are using here. Menu means circle plot. So we want to plot the circle. So circle plot in single quotes, comma Cartesian, comma polar. See, you can plot the circle in three different ways. One is either Cartesian coordinate system. Second is polar coordinate system, that is r theta phi. R theta is the two dimensional and r theta phi may be three dimensional. And Cartesian xy in two dimension and xyz is the three dimension. Or you can even draw cylinder also sometimes. That is a rho theta phi. Rho theta will be two dimensional and rho theta z actually, not phi, z. It will be along the z axis if you want three dimension. So this basic information and knowledge must be there besides drawing the circle. So in which coordinate system you wanted to draw the circle, that need to be specified. So circle plot, simple, comma Cartesian, Cartesian means x and y, comma polar. Both, if we want first option is Cartesian, second option is polar. And so we want to choose. There are two options in my menu. So I will choose, if coordinate is assigned 1, then you have to select the first uh, type, that is Cartesian, from the menu, and then plot r dot star cos of theta, comma, that is a radius multiplied by cosine of theta and radius multiplied by, because radius has to be uniform, sine theta. And then axis square, since that we have seen in the case of example when we plotted um, say plot of circle, the axis has to be equal, otherwise it is not going to choose circle, it's going to be a bended ellipse. So instead of drawing that ellipse, if you make the axis square, means x is equal to y, major axis is equal to minor axis, then the first coordinate will take place and the circle in Cartesian coordinate will be placed. If this is false, my choice from the menu is not one. If it is something else, means false, this is false, means then we will go to the polar theta. Means polar means polar coordinates, that is r and theta. So theta and r has to be there to draw the polar coordinates. Polar coordinates will essentially selected otherwise by default in the else loop, and that will show the circle plot. Otherwise end corresponds to the main program. So in this script file, if you write a script file and save it dot extension, say for instance the menu command creates a menu with circle plot, and two options will be there displayed on the screen, Cartesian and polar. The options are internally numbered. When the user select one of the option from the menu, the corresponding number is passed on the variable, say coordinate here. Here is the coordinate 1. And if the else, if else, construct the following menu command shows what we want to do it or do with each option. Try out this circle file and get it done. Then we want to pause some command, temporarily halt the current process. And see, pause is not a break. You must have seen on your keyboard, pause is different and break is different. So what is that? We have seen break. Break is intentional break. We want to break the loop of the command. But pause means what? It halts the current process. So whatever process is going on, say printing is going on, or say some kind of say data is calculated, computation is going on in the back of the screen. So you want to wait for some time. So pause is the special command to halt the current process and wait for the user to give go ahead signal. Pause has a remedy to go ahead again by pressing any other key from the keyboard or from the process back to this. So pause is just a temporary halt. We are temporarily halting the current process, but we are not breaking the process. So this is the basic difference between the break and uh, pause. So break means break the loop. Pause means temporarily halt the current process. So there could be a question: what is the difference between the break and pause command in the MATLAB and execution? So pressing any key, then how to get rid of what you call the pause? So just simply by pressing any key, even though it is a escape, maybe zero or whatever the key which is available, or at random you hit on the keyboard. For example, we are running for some loop for I is 1 to n, and we are plotting I and x versus y with the I value whatever. You can pause it and end it. It means instead of plotting graph, it will halt the current process and pause for n second. So whatever second you wanted to pause it, you can pause it, and after having done your job or whatever task you wanted to do by pausing the current program, then you can resume back to the process. Another example is for I is equal to 1 to n. You say for loop you are executing and you want to plot again the x and uh, y versus x graph and paused for you. See that here in the pause no argument was present, but here 5 stands for seconds. You pause it, so this is an automatic direction for temporary pause. So when you pause it, here this is for infinite time unless you hit the screen, beg pardon, screen means touch screen or the keyboard. This is not going to resume back. But here we just want automatic pause for only 5 seconds. Moment the 5 second gets over, it will start execution after soon after the 5 second gets over, and before it plots and go to the next graph. Now let me tell you some best example which we have seen the ultimate feature of recursion. So MATLAB programming. So recursion is a very few language supports this recursion, and we know a function can call itself during its execution. So we are writing a function, and function inside the function, if you are executing time and again with modified parameter, that algorithm we have discussed already in the C programming, that can be easily used here. The recursive algorithm can be directly implemented in MATLAB also, even in the Fortran, C and C++ or what may be the language, but very few languages supports this advanced feature. And therefore, to illustrate this, I need not to tell you what is the recursion now. So there could be a question: what is recursion in MATLAB programming? So a function calling a function itself, function can call itself during the execution is called as what do you call the recursion function in MATLAB 2. So we have seen thoroughly couple of example for factorial and Fibonacci. So let me illustrate this point and let us have a look at the simple execution of computing the nth term of Fibonacci series. Fibonacci sequence or series is already we have discussed in the first term, and first it was discovered by Pingala, that is 300 to 200 BC. It's long back before the ancient Indian mathematician invented the algebra and all. So I must tell you, the Fibonacci series is nothing but basically it starts from 0 and 1, and 0 plus 1, whatever result is the next preceding number, succeeding number. So the two previous numbers or preceding numbers 0 plus 1 gives us the third term. Then we replace first and second term by the second and third term as a being first and second term, and then we generate the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, whatever the terms you want to generate in the series. Say for instance 10 terms you wanted to generate. Then we have to label the terms. Say first term is F0 is F0, Fibonacci 0. F1 is of 1, and F2 is also going to be 1 because 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. The next term is going to be 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. Next fourth term is going to be 1 plus 2, that is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is going to be 8. 8 plus 5 is 13, and so on and so forth. And therefore, we want to label because we want to repeat this process time and again. using recursion. Means we are going to call a function, and function calling itself is going to be a desired recursion relationship for generating this sequence. And therefore my calculation could be f of k, means the third term, is equal to first term plus second term. If I put k is equal to 3 here, so f3 is going to be 3 minus 2 means 2, 3 minus 1 is 2, plus k is 3 minus 2 is 1. So f2 plus f1 for k is greater than 2, it has to be, the succeeding terms are going to be f0 and f1. Going to be what? The third term. And now fourth term can be generated by, you replace f0 by f1 and f2 by f1. I repeat, you replace the previous term, whatever was your this zero term, by f0 now, and what was the f1 now by f2, means assign f2 to this, means this 2 will be, result is now going to be your second term, and the second term is going to be a first term. And then you calculate this with the formula fk is equal to fk minus 1 plus fk minus 2, and the nth, till that the nth term in this sequence is computed, and the recursive function does the job for you. So you can create the functions. So function fn, capital Fn, is equal to, so this is the protocol and prototype of a function definition. Function is fn, and Fibonacci, so right side, left side you can use capital, but left side you cannot use same. So Fibonacci of n, means n will be the number of terms, so computes the n term of the Fibonacci sequence. This is the title, written by, say, somebody is there, say Arun Kumar, or say Shehnaz, or say Abraham, or say Ahlam, and so on and so forth, and whatever modified on the date. So this is not by optionally present, but this is not necessary. But the main thing is that function declaration, and if n is equal to 0, first term is going to be 0, fn is 0, say for n is equal to 0, else n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 2, fn is going to be 1. Because why I have chosen this or here, if this is false, somebody may start from 1 instead of 0 here in the sequence. Somebody may omit 0, but naturally the sequence starts from 0, but somebody wants to do it from 1 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. In that case, if it is 0, fine, you print the first term as it is, fn is 0, so first term is printed. But else, if n is not equal to 1 and n is equal to 2, then fn is going to be by default, since both the terms are 1 1, is going to be 1. So fn is 1 for n is equal to 1, or this, see, this operator is a logical or, n is equal to 2. So in that case, by default it is going to be 1. So else, if not this case, it is false, either of this, then Fibonacci, now this is the recursion. Now here I am calling my Fibonacci, this same function again with modified parameter. It was n here, n minus 1 and n minus 2. So if it is 10, 10 minus 1 and plus 10 minus 2, means 9th and 10th term will be added and function will be calculated. Next is again, it will go back, and here it is 9 minus 1 and 9 minus 2. Here 8 minus 1, 8 minus 2, 7 minus 1, 7 minus 2. So you are calling the same function again and again, so long as the conditions are true, and it will end when it meets the condition. And you can see that the function calling itself while computing final fn, and it will calculate the 10 terms when n is equal to 10, or maybe 100 terms also, and you can generate the Fibonacci series for desired number of terms. So this is these are the some recursion facility. Here we have finished all the features, advanced, basic, and more advanced, and the special features in your MATLAB. Besides this, I would like to share some important information regarding input and output functions, which are really useful in standard C language while you are opening a function, or opening a file, or a binary file, or a text file, or reading or writing with the formatted binary text file. These are the supported functions in MATLAB. So MATLAB support many standard C language input output functions. So one can easily interface C language with MATLAB and vice versa. So here are some F open. We have seen that how to open file, how to close file, how to read file, how to write with the file, how to scan the file, how to print the file, data from the file. Then scan is reading the string from the specified format scan. Sprintf is write the data in the format. This is appending the data. Fget_s and fget_l reads the line from the file, including line, new line character. That is S and L. L is the file discarding new line character. L stands for that. Then F rewind means it will rewind the file, just like you rewind the song on your YouTube or screen, or some say some song in case of screen. F6, that will be position indicator, sets the file position indicator. Ftel gets the current file position indicator, means cursor movement. And it is actually error. It is F error inquires the file input output. So these are the some C language supporting as well as MATLAB supporting commands that one should know. Use all this F open, F printf, F close to create and write formatted data line. So you can use to convert temperature in a tabulated form. Temperature, you can convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit and vice versa. So this can be an assignment for you. So you run this program on your screen. Create a file called temperature.table. So you see, this is the function which you see on your smartphone, and they are generating, showing what is the today temperature and how the temperature will be in progression throughout the daytime, that I can share with you here on your screen. So same can be done here. Can you see my mobile? Hello, can I show my mobile? Hello, can anybody respond? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I'm showing my screen here, and here on the screen Pune perfectly cloud, 28 degree. Now you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
On your computer screen, I'm showing on my mobile what is the current temperature and what would be the temperature and a situation throughout the week. That in advanced, these features are incorporated. So they are nothing but this program. Simple this program. Simply this program in MATLAB, or maybe in C here. So this is a Fahrenheit temperature and this is Celsius temperature. And since they are using the database, and they are showing say temperature with the cloud status and all. So this can be done with the temperature in Fahrenheit and Celsius. In US and in Europe country, they don't use CGS, they use MKS. So everything is in Fahrenheit. So you can see here, this is, but you can convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So this is the program I would like to give for home assignment, last home assignment on MATLAB. This one is this one for MATLAB. This is, I think, uh, can I share with you this on my screen? From the Rudra Pratap, page number 118 and page number 119. These two program, Fibonacci, and the third program is this. Simple example uses how to open file, how to print file, and how to close file to create and write the formatted data to a file. Because this file can be imported and exported or can be used anywhere in our program by using this command, and this is output. So I would like to give this one. Then second is for this one, generating Fibonacci sequence 2 and drawing the circle third. Along with this, what do you call the keyboard command 4. So this is the home assignment, last home assignment on MATLAB. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I will end my lecture because my time is over. Uh, and you can submit this by Thursday. You can submit by Thursday. So home assignment, that is the last home assignment perhaps on MATLAB. I just want, I don't want writing of this. I want compilation of this 4 programs. And shall I write? Plot of a circle, then use of keyboard command, I don't want merely the handwritten program, I want compilation, then Fibonacci series, sequence or series, or say minimum 100 turns using recursion, and last is create a file to display uh, temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. And deadline, submission deadline is Thursday, or that is date, Thursday, 24th. So I think that time your examination will be there. So it's better that by tomorrow, you do it by tomorrow, 22nd. That will be better. You have to write, compile the data, run it, and along with the output script file, using script file, you have to do this and submit it back to me on my official email ID. Okay. So these are the few the last assignment. Now few announcement regarding your examination. As of now, I can't see there is any change in the deadline of the filling of marks. So your examination is scheduled from 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Lab 1, Lab 2, Lab 3. And there are a couple of corrections I have given you on in response to your mail from each and everybody. I have given you a couple of instructions and recommendations and corrections on email, reply to your email. So you refer to that, make the correction and submit your project for getting the certificate in person. Personally, you have to come here and you have to obtain your certificate with signature and stamp, so that you can appear for the examination. The purpose is that you can perform couple of simulation results or say testing in the laboratory, and me myself, Rishabh sir, Kamal sir, and Shubham sir, and Sai madam will be there. Hardly 1 or 2 hours will be required, and that will suffice the job, and it will be incorporated along with photographs in your project report. So that is why you are can collect your certificate and go home, and then straight away come for the examination. That's it. If you want to ask anything regarding examination or anything regarding our proceeding, you can free to talk to me. And mind well, without correction, no project will be accepted. And there is no mercy. कि इसको pass करो, इसको fail करो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. No favoritism. No biasing, nothing. You do it on your merit. We want quality oriented results, nothing else. Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you then.